lifetime. Isn't that long? Now that I see you, everything's changed. Well, I've been waiting here for you for a lifetime. Well, I've been waiting here for you all my life. Look, lifetime isn't that long? Well, I've been waiting for a
Welcome to
lifetime.
Oklahoma Dream Weddings, presented by GM Flowers and Jam Events and Production. Today on Oklahoma Dream Weddings, we'll be visiting the Wedding Boutique. Jam Flowers can take care of your wedding and all your floral needs. Beautiful floral designs for whatever you need, right next door to Jam Events and Production. They even offer a do-it-yourself option. And guys, don't forget, Jam Flowers can make sure that you are covered. Check them out at jamflowers.com. Don't forget to follow them on Facebook. Jam Events and Productions is Oklahoma's premier event company, offering rentals, lighting, furniture and decor, catering, photo booths, the traditional and the new slow motion, DJ, videography, and lighted dance floors. Jam Events and Productions, Oklahoma's only one-stop event company. Here for the first time, 8 individual wedding professionals have come together in one space to provide their unique services and inspire brides with their newest bridal trends. Come inside and you will instantly be greeted with displays of lighting, photography, hair and makeup artistry, cakes, flowers, and invitations. Moments after walking in, you will feel immersed in all things wedding. Today we'll be meeting 4 of these wedding professionals, and next week we'll return and introduce 4 more wedding professionals from the Wedding Boutique, located at 7930 North May in Oklahoma City.
Hi, I'm Patrick Kelly with Oklahoma Dream Weddings, and today we're at the Wedding Boutique, where you can get almost all your wedding needs done in one place. Let's get started. Okay, I'm here with John Allen of Excel Productions. Tell me a little bit about what you do and how you do it.
Sure. Our company we do live sound, we do lighting, specialty lighting, uplighting, pin spots for cakes, gobos. We have live music that we do, so we have several string quartets we book, some live bands, and then of course DJs.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
So what would be like a big thing that you would make sure your brides know? Or what do they need to be asking when they come in?
Sure, absolutely. Well, I mean, the first thing, every bride sort of has an idea of what they want their wedding to be. And most of that is probably influenced by what we see on TV and what we see in movies. And it's funny because, I have brides come in and be like, hey, I saw this movie and I want my reception to be exactly like that. And so one of the things that we will do is we'll try to help them understand the process of the reception from beginning to the end. The flow, the energy levels as they peak and they fall off because people are going to get tired. We try to, help them understand what we're going to do to try to keep that energy level up, give people breaks without them, thinking about, hey, is the babysitter at home waiting for us to get there, and just try to help them understand we're gonna make your reception flow from beginning to end, and try to keep the energy level up as much as we can, keep the attention on you as the bride and groom, but keep people out on the dance floor dancing without getting in the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those are some great tips.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Thank you.
So we definitely want to check out John Allen at Excel Productions and make sure that you have the right DJ doing the right job on your really important day. So I'm here with Janet Roseberry of Roseberry Cakes, and she is an award-winning designer. Tell me a little bit about some of the things that you've won. I know you don't like to talk about yourself, but you have been doing this over 19 years, and I think people need to know. So tell me what you're most proud of. And I know it's the people, but tell me about the awards that you've won, because I think people need to know that.
Well, I used to travel and compete all the time. That's when I first started out. That's what I used to do. And I traveled to different places to do different shows. And so we did travel one year to Virginia, and I won Grand National Champion there for the wedding cake division. You had to design based off a fake bride and groom. And we had to do a bride and groom's cake together, which most competitions don't do that because you spend months working on the cake. And anyway, I actually won that one. So that one was my proudest moment, I think.
I also hear that you were on WeTV. Is that true?
Yes, the Wedding Cake Wars. We actually won that one. We didn't get followed. They followed certain teams, and we beat their home teams.
Nice. Well, tell me about design. Tell me about what are brides asking for? What are they looking for in a wedding cake?
It's basically, it depends on what their idea is. When they come in, the first thing I start doing is asking them tell me about your wedding. Tell me, what feeling do you have, and that kind of thing. Because a lot of times they have a vision of what they're looking at, and sometimes it just doesn't quite go with what they're going in the room or so forth, or color scheme or something. That they imagine a cake with all these colors. And then what I generally do is go, okay, look at these colors, and what do you think? How does this make you feel? So we'll flash back and forth, and we'll start designing the cake based on kind of the ideas of what they have. Whether my dress, I'm in love with my dress. Can we do something based on my dress? Why, of course we can. I said, then I have some that, okay, my room. I love the rustic elegance of it and what we're doing. Can we do something very simplistic? And, I just want that homey feel. Well, of course we can. So that's basically where we start out, is I just kind of get the general feel of what they're doing and what they're trying to put across for them.
So if you had a rustic wedding, what kind of look would you try to design around? Let's say it's a barn wedding, and you've got all the grass around, the waving wheat, let's say. So what are you trying to get there?
Well, a lot of times, a lot of them already have in mind that they want to showcase the flowers a lot. So usually we do like a textured buttercream, and there's several textures. I know a lot of them go for the smear, but there's other textures as well. So we kind of go to a texture feel depending on, of what they're wanting, because there's like a ruffle, and there's a smear, and there's lines, and so it just depends on what they're kind of trying to go with. Some of them, believe it or not, lace. Lace is the big thing. We have one coming up that I'm very excited about because it is a barn wedding, and we're doing lace because everything on the room, they have the old style vintage doilies. That's what we're designing the cake around. We're incorporating that in with some of the textured buttercream. So I'm really excited about that. So usually something like that.
So is fondant dead?
No, I think there are just some bakers that do fondant, and they do it extremely well, and that's their thing. Buttercream is different, very different. They're just two different textures, and some people don't like the texture of fondant, which is fine. I've learned to adapt my designs away from the fondant. I still do fondant accents because it's just very little. It's not like sawing into, a cake where, buttercream you just kind of cut into. But it's not dead. I don't want to say it's completely dead, no. But I think buttercream is really making a kickback. I really do.
So how much time should a bride dedicate? So if she's going through her wedding planning, and she's got her venue, and she's got her wedding dress, and maybe she's got her photographer, where do you want to be in that sort of totem pole of planning?
I would say once you book your venue, if you have a favorite baker, I would get on their list immediately. Because if they're a very popular baker and very well known, they're going to be booked out way in advance. I'm already looking at 2016. So I would say, once you find that venue, get on that phone and email them. At least keep in contact with them and get started immediately.
So get on the book.
Exactly.
So a great photographer who couldn't be with us today is Jenny Woods Photography. You really need to take a look at her stuff. She is outside photojournalist type of photographer, and she does a lot of really good work.
Hi, my name is Rachel Graham and I'm the event coordinator for Jam Events and Productions. This is today's table design. It starts with a 48-inch table, which is really nice for a smaller, more intimate gathering. You can see we've got 4 chairs here. You could fit 6 comfortably. We have a silver sequin tablecloth, which is really nice for the really glam bride who wants, a lot of sparkle and bling. This tablecloth comes in a variety of different colors, but you can see here we've stayed a little bit more with the neutrals. The silver tablecloth, the spandex chair covers. These are spandex on banquet chairs, which are really nice to give them a really nice sleek look. You can see it's a very form-fitting chair cover. And then you can see we've got the magenta napkins and chair sashes that really give it that pop of color. I think that when you're putting together a tablescape, mixing colors is nice, but I really love having neutrals with that bright pop of color. So you can see we did that with our chair sashes, which we tied into a bow and wrapped with a rhinestone clasp. And we also did the same thing with the napkins on the top. You can see with our centerpiece we've kind of kept with the same theme. It's a white tree with some crystals hanging down, and then we've got some colored blooms that match our magenta pops of color, which is really nice. Again, with the taller centerpiece, provides a lot more for the eye to see on the tables, and I just think that it's a really nice touch with this setup.
Stay tuned for more Oklahoma Dream Weddings. Moliere Bridal. What kind of bride are you? Traditional, understated, outgoing, modern, sophisticated, or simply uncategorizable? Moliere Bridal, a beautiful bridal boutique located in the heart of Oklahoma City, has a breathtaking collection of wedding dresses. These designer gowns will help you express the kind of bride that you want to be on your special day. We invite you for a memorable shopping experience. Relax, enjoy, and have fun. Moliere Bridal. And Jam Flowers can take care of your wedding and all your floral needs. Beautiful floral designs for whatever you need, right next door to Jam Events and Production. They even offer a do-it-yourself option. And guys, don't forget, Jam Flowers can make sure that you are covered. Check them out at jamflowers.com. Don't forget to follow them on Facebook.
Hi, this is Allie Prescott with Moliere Bridal. Redefine romance in this stunning lace sheath dress, complete with an illusion lace back and cap sleeves with button closure in the back.
Okay, I'm with Marlo House, and this is Tony and Jenny. And Tony, you are the makeup
Yes,
specialist, and Jenny, you do fantastic hair.
I do.
Okay.
That's true. I don't know if I
Very
can help you out
confident.
though.
I don't
But
think I need.
I can take the shine
Take
down.
the shine off. Could you just like make the sides look better?
Yeah.
Make me look like 20 pounds lighter. Awesome.
You got it.
So brides today are coming in. They need great makeup, but they're really. I think there's a lot more to it because usually girls what do? They wake up, they do their makeup. That's kind of what their
Right.
routine is. They do it well and they go out and have their day.
That's it.
But weddings are so much different. There's so many other variables that we
very
have
important.
to know about. So a bride comes in for the first time. What do you ask her?
The first thing I ask her is, what do you do every day? What is your daily routine? That's the first thing I want to know. If they are a bride who wakes up in the morning and puts heavy eyeliner all over their face, then I'm going to know where my starting point is with them, because that means they're used to seeing that. But if they wake up and they wear mascara and that's all they wear, then I know my level of where to start with them. And then the second question is tell me about your wedding. We like to know everything. We want to know the venue. We want to know indoor, outdoor, flowers, their colors. We want to know
photographer?
who's the photographer. We want to know it all to get that full picture. And then the next question is, what are you thinking? What are you thinking about? And that's normally the hard question for them, is what do you want? And they don't really know. And then we just start breaking those questions down and really understanding what they want to see.
You got to dig down with brides because I think
Really.
brides.
Communication's key.
It is, but brides are so romantic. They are. This is the most romantic time of their life. They're starting a whole new life together. There's all these other variables that
Yes.
come into their minds of what, and then
Or
if
the
you have-
very red carpet.
Oh yeah.
And they want
And it's
full
stressful.
glam. It's very
Yeah.
stressful.
I mean, there's a lot to plan and a lot to think about, and sometimes you don't have, we'll ask them a question, they're like, I haven't even thought of that. I don't know.
Yeah.
And that's what we're here for.
Exactly.
Because we are what's making them feel the most confident. That is where we come in.
So with hair, what are we doing with hair now? As she's got long hair, she got short hair. Are we adding extensions? What are they doing?
It really is just whatever makes the bride feel the most comfortable. A lot of people do tend to grow their hair out for their wedding because even if you want to wear it up, having a little bit more is helpful. I work with extensions. I've done them before. It really depends on what they want. I think one of the hardest questions that I have to find out is what makes you feel comfortable. And that's because, you might see a picture and it's awesome and it's all up. And then you get here and we do a trial run and, oh, I never wear my hair up. This is not me. And so you want to feel like the best version of you on your wedding day because it's about you.
It's always about that.
Of course.
It's always about that.
Bride is always right.
She is. Sometimes, though, I think when they're having the outside wedding and it's 100 degrees outside, I think sometimes the makeup can go way over the top when it doesn't have to be.
Right.
I think if you bring out that bride's beauty, then I think you're going to win,
Absolutely.
and they're going to be like
Absolutely.
wanting to come back and tell all their friends about you.
And that's really the hard part, or trickier part about bridal makeup and hair versus, say, in a photo shoot setting or film setting, which we both work in film and production and commercials, is they don't really have to look that great in natural light because they have to look a certain way in studio. So we can make them any color we want. Tan-wise, we can add whatever we want because we can make them that certain look. But in brides, they have to look good person to person, close up. They have to look great to their grandmother that never sees them without any makeup on. They have to look good on an iPhone with that crazy flash, and they have to look good in a professional setting. So we're having to really make them naturally beautiful, and it has to stay. And it's tricky. And same with hair. They can't have big helmet hair like you would in a photo shoot or like on Vogue. It's got to
Because
be.
you can go in and change those things, and
So it's-
longevity is important. And I think that's where
Perfect balance.
product comes in a
Definitely.
lot as well. You want to
Definitely.
use high quality, high end products because that's how you're getting your image. That's what
Mm-hmm.
you're seeing. So if you're using Suave, it's not going to look quite as nice.
Ooh, you just named a brand,
I did.
girl.
Brandon, you just branded there. So
took it there.
airbrush is kind of like, the staple. Girls like, I want airbrush, I want airbrush. How important is it to have that trial and to kind of like feel her out and do a few
Right.
things to see, is this really
What you want.
what's going to look the best on your wedding day?
Airbrush was definitely a trend for a while, and it still is for people that find that want it. When it comes to airbrush, I definitely recommend a trial because airbrush is not for everybody, and it doesn't set right with everybody. It sets on top of the skin, and for certain people, that's not what you need. I do airbrush. I'm comfortable with it. I'm fine with it, but because I can sit here and tell you that it's maybe not for you, I definitely recommend a trial for that. Yeah.
Tell me about eyebrows.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Why did you?
I know. It's like,
I brought that up.
I love eyebrows. I would love to do your eyebrows someday. I will take care of that. Awesome. No, I do. I'm a big eyebrow person. I think it frames the face. It's very, very important, along with everything. But I think that it's one of the few things that I normally tell people, just trust me on this. It's going to feel weird at first. It's going to feel like too much at first. Just go with it. And then by the end of the day or the end of the session, I normally go, okay, now how do you feel about your brows?
Yeah, you have to have the whole thing done.
have to have the whole thing done.
You can't just start with one thing.
But yeah,
'Cause
but
then
I
it's-
groom brows. I will clean them up here in the chair. I will.
She's
yeah.
like an artist with them. Oh my!
like 'em.
oh yeah, but she gets in there and it's just like, okay, Tony,
I have
you
a little
spent like
razor.
20 minutes on this eyebrow. She's like, I know, I've got this.
I got this. I have to shortcut everything else.
Yeah.
And then you have to do the other eyebrow. So it's another 20 minutes.
And it's got to
Exactly.
match.
It's got to match. I mean,
Sisters, not twins. That's what we say.
Yeah.
They're not going to be perfect. Identical.
so there's a basketball player that has the unibrow. I mean, do you?
There is?
Yeah, his name's Davis. He plays for the New Orleans Pelicans.
Oh.
That's his
Is it
thing.
bad? If it's his thing, then you've got to roll with it.
But it's
So-
terrible. It's terrible.
terrible?
You would cringe.
I need to look.
You need to look.
Or would I love it because it's like its own expression, and I would want to fill it in more.
Bad mullet.
But it's like their thing.
It's like their thing.
It's
So I
just,
need to look it up. I need to see this unibrow.
he's an amazing player, but
Google.
and if you're an eyebrow person, you've got to Google him.
So I would hate it, not love it.
Oh, I
I'll let you
can't.
know.
I
We'll
can't
do-
like
we'll do
it.
an
I just
update.
can't.
Okay,
I
I'm gonna
can't.
look.
Follow up.
Let's do a
But
brow follow-up.
We have to do a brow follow up. That would be perfect.
I love guy and good brows. Guys, good brows is good.
So what else do we need to be telling brides today? How long do they need to be booking you out? You know, what they need to, I know you guys are popular, so you need to be what kind of time frame? So you've got your dress, you've got your
Yeah.
venue, a photographer, you're starting to get the cake thing.
Right.
Where are you in the totem pole?
That's hard to answer for us because we don't really say no. We say yes to just about every bride because we work with a great team. We can find somebody for you. We can do a couple weddings in
Yeah.
a day.
And
so
we know we can trust our artists. If we're not there, we know that their work is quality that we would do. And that's the biggest thing.
yeah, so you could book us out a year in advance or book us next week. It just depends on our availability. Normally, of course, wedding season we're booked, but that doesn't mean we can't do it. We will find somebody that can do it for you.
There you go.
So it's hard to. I know it's really hard to give you a time because, like with cake or flowers, they have to pre-plan and pre-order. But with us, we just show up and paint faces and do hair. So
Yeah.
it
Nothing
can be.
throws us.
Yeah,
Steph.
nothing really throws us. So it depends. Just call us whenever.
Well, and I think a lot of that goes into if you do want a trial run. Because
It does.
Yeah, it's if you know you want to try out your artist, then you need to have enough time to find a spot for that and for your wedding.
And if you have a large party, obviously
Yeah.
we would need to have time.
Time to book enough artists to accommodate.
6 months to a year would be safe. I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it couldn't be in 2 weeks.
and we
Right?
love destinations.
We do.
Yeah.
We love.
We
to
will
do you-
go to the Bahamas for you, Bryce.
Yes.
Nice. Room and board, maybe a meal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well,
They got to pay for that, and then to get you there.
yeah. Yeah.
Depends on where it is. We might negotiate.
Yeah, we
Oh,
will.
I like that. So, is there anything else you want to tell brides? And hair and makeup, it's so important. They've got to have that set in stone, I think.
I do, yeah.
Because
I mean, if
that's
you're gonna
the whole
spend
look.
thousands of dollars on your dress, you would think you want to
would
take
want
care of the
this to be
moneymaker
right.
right here. Yeah. That is what is on the photos. That's what's going to be framed on your wall. It's
It's how people are
important.
going to see you.
It's got to be timeless.
You got to be timeless.
Gotta be timeless.
It's got to be timeless. So we're here with Amanda Sikich, and we're here to talk about Paper Perfect, which is your invitation company.
Yes.
And you have a ton of beautiful invitations,
you.
and it's so important. It's what your guests see. It's the first thing that they see about your wedding.
Absolutely.
So tell us what you do and how you do it.
So we're a little bit different than most invitation companies. There are two things here that we pride ourselves on. We actually have an online option for brides to shop as well. And as soon as you start to place your order, it notifies us. We reach out to you to see if you have any questions via etiquette. So you can literally stay at home in your comfy pajamas, on your couch, on a late Sunday afternoon, and do all your invitations online if you'd prefer. The other way, for a lot of girls want to come in and see all the wonderful options we have here. So they reach out to us, schedule the invitation, and we send them an email back with 5 simple questions that we want to know: what their budget is, how many guests are attending, where they're getting married, and talk a little bit more about style and color. We then go through and we pre-select invitations, roughly about 15 to 20, so that when they come in for their appointment, they don't have to go through every book and every page and look through thousands of invitations, when we can show them that we feel like the best 20 that are out there. Now, again, if they want to go through all of them, sure, we're going to let them. But we really felt like it was easier to kind of help them through the process to find what they really want.
Yeah. Because I know they have so many of these giant books.
Yes.
And
Overwhelming.
completely overwhelming. So I love the fact that you guys go through that for the bride.
Yes.
And when they get here, then they can look at 20 really good options. 20 is plenty.
It's plenty.
It's plenty, especially, when you have a style that you already know.
Exactly.
And you can start to match that style with the bride's wedding.
Well, and a lot of girls have questions of when it's appropriate to send out save the dates. We can also match the save the dates with the invitation along with the programs. If they're doing escort cards and place cards as well, we can take care of all that. So everything is a match set. It all comes together. And we can also do envelope printing and mailing from here as well. So really, if the bride is too busy and can't really take care of a lot of it, we're hands-on and we've got it covered.
That's a huge service.
Yeah, we try.
Yeah. So how long do the brides need to be sending out their save the date cards?
So our rule for save the dates is really that if you're a holiday weekend bride, so if you're getting married on Thanksgiving weekend, New Year's Eve weekend, definitely send out save the dates for those holiday weekends. The other ones, if you're going to be getting married in one of those big wedding months, May, June, September, October, we want to make sure that we're giving your guests plenty of time to be able to prepare for those. They're scheduling family vacations and so forth. If you're having maybe a February wedding, might not be as important to send out save the dates. But your save the date should go out typically 8 to 10 months prior to the scheduled wedding. And that all depends on if you have out of town guests and if they're going to be here, or for your destination, Oklahoma, what it is that you're planning from there. And then when it comes to the actual invitation, we like to have those in the mail roughly 3 months prior to the actual wedding date.
Okay. So, like, what kind of save the dates are you doing? Are you doing? They used to do like the magnets and the whatever. What kind of special? How are they making it more special so you won't forget?
You know, we have a lot of girls that come up with really wonderful ideas, and the ones we seem to love and the ones that girls connect most with is the picture of the couple.
Well, what about? No one ever thinks about napkins.
Right. Which
Napkins
is the
are
fun part.
that's a great
Yes.
idea. Like my mom was like, "You have to get napkins." I'm like, "Napkins?" But when you have parties and things
Right.
after the wedding, I think it's a great tip to have
Yes.
a bunch. Cocktail napkins are always fun to have.
They are. And then we have a lot of brides that want to do like the monogrammed, the longer napkins that you would put in the restrooms for your guest. So a lot of fun things. We have plenty of brides who come in and order 3 or 4 different napkins, monogram napkins, one for the cake cutting, one for the bar, a couple for the bathroom, typical, just fun and typical things. And of course, after the wedding, we're always happy to take care of you as well. But monogram napkins are something that's fun. It's a great little Instagram and photographable moment as well. And people love those. So I love personalization. That's what weddings are all about.
Got to make it yours.
Yes.
Well, what about great gifts?
Oh, absolutely. We've got plenty of gifts for the bridesmaids, groomsmen, flower girl, ring bearers, all the fun stuff. We also have toasting flutes, cake cutting set, the ring bearer pillows. We've got a great variety of that as well. So if they want to come in, we can talk about personalizing some of those fun gifts as well.
It's so important that they get a little something.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and they're price conscious. I mean, they're not crazy expensive.
No, not at all. And that's what we want to make sure that even the budget brides here can come in and really talk about spending their dollars and get the most bang for their buck. And again, really kind of impress their bridal party in the most gracious way to say thank you for being a part of their special day.
And thank you for joining Oklahoma Dream Weddings. We'll be returning next week with more from the Wedding Boutique.
So Anthony Davis plays for the Pelicans in NBA basketball.
Okay.
And I just, you're an eyebrow connoisseur. So I just want you to get your first impression of these babies.
Okay. Oh, wow.
That's
Okay, but can I say, though? Okay.
okay.
I don't
I'm ready.
totally hate it. But what I would do is if he's going to have those, because obviously he's been told he has a unibrow, I would just clean it up where at least it's more straight and groomed and then take off this part, because it's if you're going to do it, you need to make it your thing.
Yeah, I know the lip thing.
But his
that's-
facial hair makes it
Oh.
it's an accident, and so he needs to take that off and make it the focus.
I like
If you're
that.
going to do it, just roll
Go
with
hard
it.
or go home.
Go hard, go home. That's what I would do.
That's
I mean,
my
Rodman
gosh.
wore makeup and stuff to
Yeah.
play. It was his thing. I think the brows would be his thing, but I would just clean them up and make them even more
and that lip
pronounced.
stash is bad.
Yeah.
That's
But let's
bad.
rock the unibrow.
We should rock the unibrow.
I mean, if you're going to do it, then do it.
I like go big or go home.
Go big, go home.
And he's,
Because I want to clean it up just right in the middle where it's even more pronounced in the unibrow.
man.
I mean, because it does have a nice arch. And it's long. I mean, it makes his eyes
You've
really
got great bone structure for this unibrow.
And maybe take his fade up a little so his forehead's a little bigger.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to edge
So
that out
it
better.
brings out the unibrow even more.
Yep.
So Anthony, if you're listening, we've got some ideas.
We got you.
We got
We got
this.
your back
Marlo
on the
House.
unibrow.